Great for quality, camera quality, not so great for my eyeballs. All right. Hello. Ooh, it is bright out here. Hello and welcome to the channel formerly known as 40 Entrepreneur Drive, currently known as the Fort Worth Entrepreneur. My name is Kenya, aka 40. And the last time that I was making content on this channel, I was talking about entrepreneurship and being my own, um, working for myself. And let's see, I started that channel in 2018 and I stopped making content about 2021, 22, maybe something like that. And I have not really made any content. Um, First, I'll tell you why I stopped making it. I was talking about being my own boss for such a long time, and I was putting in a lot of effort for it, but I didn't really have anything to share other than like the theory of it, the theory of entrepreneurship, and the theory, the thought of working for myself. And I got some comment from a family member that was like, "Oh, that's great that you got your own channel and everything, but like, how much money are you making? And what are you actually doing?" And at that time, I have got to put this down because I can't keep my eyeballs open any longer. Um, it made me feel a little bit embarrassed that I wasn't making any money at the time. You know, during that time, it was so many. That was right during the shutdown, so a lot of people were at home, and I did put a lot of effort into my channel, but I just wasn't able to actually do anything. But fast forward, what, 3, 4 years, and I actually am fine. I finally made it. I finally made it. Um, so let me show you what I'm doing now for my actual business. The screen is so bright that I cannot see. I mean, it's so dark with the glare that I cannot see. Hopefully, you can see two dogs in front of me and two dogs to the side of me. Hopefully, and hopefully, the resolution is not too bad. The last time I tried to go live on my other channel, the resolution was so grainy that people were like, "Are you live streaming from a microwave?" Or somebody said something like that. Anyways, no. So yeah, I am still in Fort Worth, Texas. And when I started this channel, my number one goal was to leave my factory job where I was making quite a bit of money and had some really good benefits. But I won't go into the details. You can look at some of my older content to know why I wanted to leave so bad. But I'm gone. I am no longer there at that facility that I was at for like 20 years. 2 decades of my life dedicated to one job, making good money, but just it wasn't good for me mentally, physically. It was a lot of stuff going on. And so yeah, I'm no longer there. I am finally working for myself. And to update anybody that was following me back in 2018, 19, 20, 21, yeah, I am now a full blown um, entrepreneur. I can actually live up to the name now. And my pet business is called Cats Dogs Harmony. And I am a pet sitter. I'm a professional pet sitter, professional dog walker, and caretaker of animals here in the great state of Texas, in the great city of Fort Worth. And I just celebrated my 1 year anniversary 2 weeks ago. March 14th was my actual 1 year anniversary. So I can actually authentically say I work for myself, I make money for myself, and I finally made it. So I'm actually doing what the channel is about. Um, I made, I did actually make a follow up video that I don't remember if I made a follow up video giving a lot of information on why I left my job and how I left my job. And then I kind of like put it on a private setting because I wasn't sure if it was the right thing to do. But yeah, if you guys want to know more about that, let me know in the comments or in the chat. I'll make a follow up. I have to be very careful about what I say and what I don't say because that particular job it's a big corporation that has a lot more power than me, and so I don't want anybody coming after me. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot. It's a lot going on in there, even now that I'm gone, and it just wasn't healthy. So, anyways, let me introduce you to to a couple of my customers here, and let me know in the chat if because I'm going away from the Wi-Fi of the house, so let me know if the down if it starts to get grainy. I'll kind of go back, but th- these two big babies are some of my customers that I'm taking care of. My client now uh, has four legs. Before, my end customer had two legs, and give me that ball, give me that ball, give me that ball. Oh, dang. I was trying to get that ball from her. She loves that ball. I was just going to throw it anyways. But before my customers had two legs and drove on four wheels. I made vehicles. I won't say the company name. If you know, you know. So before, my end customer were people that and the product had four wheels. Now my end customer has four legs, and I am the product. I am the caretaker and the service provider for pet families in Fort Worth and the surrounding cities. So, anyways, I've been gone from my factory job for about 2 years now. I am semi-retired. Again, if you want to know details about that, let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section, and I will give you guys an update. Oh, cool. Reach the vacation travelers market for your sitting walking service, and that is from Gravity Thief. Oh, hold on, hold on. Okay, okay, I got it. I got you. I got you. You want me to throw it? I get it. So I'm gonna throw it. Okay, I'm gonna throw it. Yeah. I'm having trouble reading this because it's very sunny out and I'm got the glare. Gravity Thief says, "Cool, reach the vacation travelers market for you." Okay, that's pretty much That's pretty much what my demographic is. So when I first started off doing pet care, it was as a dog walking service, and I was thinking, I live in Fort Worth, which is a pretty big city, big metroplex. There's lots of dog owners right in my community, in my neighborhood. And so I was trying to put out flyers and business cards and just get like the people in my immediate, like, 2 to 3 mile radius, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it covers a lot of territory. If you look on Google Maps and draw a radius around 2 to 3 miles, and it's like it's your neighborhood and plus several neighborhoods around you, right? So I was like, oh wow, I could just like almost in walking distance or biking distance, you know, cater to my people in my neighborhood and just walk their dogs. I just wasn't getting the business. I wasn't getting the business. I think I walked one or two dogs in my neighborhood, and they weren't even my own customers. They were customers. Well, they were my customers. They were customers via the on-demand dog walking app called WAG, WAG exclamation point. I think something like that. WAG Walker or WAG Walking. And so I did get some customers through that on-demand app. But of course, WAG takes like 40%. So whereas the customers were paying 20 something bucks, I was getting like $9 to $10, and maybe a tip if they left it. And so I did get my start on that app. But outside of the app, me just actually trying to get actual business from my neighbors, it wasn't happening. So what I ended up doing was going on Thumbtack, which is a platform where you can hire a painter, hire a plumber, hire a handyman, hire landscaping, and they actually have services, pet care services on there. They don't quite yet. I don't think they have babysitting services. You have to go somewhere like Care.com for the babysitting, but they do have pet care and house sitting on there. So I made an account, I made a profile, I put some money in my budget. She's If you hear her crying, it's because this one right here really loves that ball, and she really wants me to throw it, but she won't drop it. I have to wait for her to bring it to me. Come on, baby, bring it to me. Bring it to me. But her sister here likes to hog all the attention, and so she won't bring the ball to me unless she's like not here. I'm blowing my breath in her face on her nose, and she gets irritated. So I try to make her go away so she can bring the ball. Bring me the ball, baby. Bring me the ball. You can do it. Bring me the ball. Not you, silly. Anyways, long story short, I slowly but surely built up my business through Thumbtack, getting leads through Thumbtack, which means I had to, pay for the leads. I got one lady who has been a repeat customer. I've watched her dogs while she went out of town like 4 or 5 times, and I've catered to other mostly middle-aged older people who are either going on cruises, going on family vacations, going out of town. I had one lady who I house sat for her. She did some type of educational training thing, and she went out of town twice, and I watched her dogs. So that has pretty much been my customer base. And yeah, does it make a lot of money? Not yet. Not quite enough. One thing I noticed is with dog walking, you're making less money, like maybe 15, $20 a walk, because even though they want their dogs to be exercised, people are not going to pay that much for a dog walk. So you have to have a large volume of dog walks. That's what I noticed. If you want to be a dog walker, you've got to have regular customers that you're going to go to that same place like 3 4 times a week, or you have to have a lot of customers, and it's only practical and it's only profitable if it's in that, like I said, that radius, that smaller radius. So now that I'm pet sitting, I actually have both services. Like I have a website and I have both services listed on there. I actually get more business from people wanting pet sitters going out of town than the dog walkers. You would think it would be easier to walk a dog, and it is, but actually finding the customers for that has been my biggest challenge. And so with my pet sitting, because like this particular job here, I've been here for 3 weeks. I come here, I watch them for 9 hours a day, and then I go home. Then there's a family member that comes in the evening and takes over. Most of my other jobs have been like house sitting, which I go there and actually live there for several days up to a week. And then some of the other jobs that I do are like drop in visits. I sit with the dog or cats for like an hour, maybe 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever service the customer asks for. And I make sure that they're fed, that they're watered, that they have companionship and playtime. Let them out to go to the restroom if it's a dog, take them on the walk to use the restroom if it's a dog, or clean the litter box, and maybe do a little bit of house tidying and or pet accident cleanup. And so that's pretty much what I've been doing for the past year. Again, I am no longer at the factory that I was in for 20 something years. I know a lot of people, if you looked at some of my previous videos, you know what was going on, like the mandatory overtime, which overtime is great for the money, but when you don't have any time off, it starts to take a toll on your health. It starts to take a toll on your family. You're making all that money and you have no time to spend it because you're constantly working 6 hours a day, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. Excuse me, 6 days a week, 10, 11, 12 hours a day. And then you have vacation time, but getting it approved is a whole other story. So you have the vacation, but they can deny it or just it was the whole thing. If you want to hear more about that, I'm thinking about maybe making a highly edited video so that I can say what I want to say without like the fallout. You know what I'm saying, like retaliation, because it's a big company and I'm one person. Anyways, let me go step in the shade real quick to see if I can read. Um, USA says one of my dogs died because of his hip. I'm so sorry. So sorry to hear that. Losing a pet is never easy, and it is definitely like losing a family member. They're living, breathing creatures on this earth just like we are. They have feelings, they have emotions, and we depend on them emotionally just like they depend on us emotionally and, for their well being. So I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, I'll probably do more pet related story times on my other channel if y'all want to follow me over there, Cats Dogs Harmony. I might, yeah, I'll probably leave a link in the chat or in the comment. But yeah, I actually had a pet pass away in my care. No fault of my own. It was an older pet, had some health issues, and the situation was like the pet parent had some medical issues, so they were getting medical care. They were away from the home for like a month. And as I'm watching the dogs, just like I'm watching these dogs here, I'm sitting and watching the dogs, and I'm with them all day. So I'm, get to observe them, their personalities, their temperament. I get to learn what's normal for them and what's not. Bring me the ball, baby. Bring me the ball. I will throw it. If you bring it, I will throw it. right? And so I'm watching this particular dog who's just like, I don't know, something was off with the dog, and I could tell. And so, long story short, I tell the pet mom, hold on, let's see, yeah, uh-oh, uh-oh, I threw it inside the fence. Sorry about that, baby. So I told the pet parent something's wrong with the dog. You need to take it to the vet. Eventually, um, she said, "Go ahead. You can take it to the vet." Because, like I said, they were not at the home; they were away, getting some treatment. And come to find out, the dog had like multiple tumors or something like that, like some tumor issues. Here you go, baby. And actually had to be put down because there was, I think the vet said something like they could go at any time because there was just so much going on inside that body that treatment was just not like a viable option. And that hurt me so bad. That hurt me real bad because one, I'm responsible for this life. When I came in, all the dogs were alive, and then I'm starting to see something, and it was very heart wrenching. It was heart wrenching for me having to be there with the dog because I was there when they euthanized the dog. I held the dog in my arms. And then it was, sad telling the pet parent, like, yeah, something's wrong with your dog. I really think you need to take it in. And then who wants to be right in a situation like that, right? But I had to do what I had to do. I had to make sure, hey, this dog's being taken care of. And yeah. So anyway, I say all that to say, even though that wasn't my pet, I felt really bad for it. And yeah, that's my job now, making sure people's pets are taken care of, fed, water, getting their exercise and sunshine, like we're out here right now in this beautiful Texas weather. It's like 80 something degrees. Um, I'll throw the ball around with them, make sure they're getting their potty time, and give them giving them pats and pets and affection. And when I personally see something, like some people probably wouldn't want to do it. They're like, oh, I don't want to worry the pet parents. If I see anything going on with the dog, like with this little brown one, she had like a little bump on her backside. And I don't know if it was like a bug bite or a little nip because she likes to wrestle with the other ones. I took a picture of that, sent it to the pet parent right away. The other dog, I think she threw up last week. She threw up last week and had a little bit of diarrhea. And again, I don't want to worry the pet parents, but it's my responsibility to watch them, make sure they're safe, and then document anything. And then it's up to the pet parent to make that decision. Okay, well, keep an eye on her or take her to the vet right away, right? So that's what I'm doing. I am a professional pet sitter, and I got a variety of services from overnights to house sitting, to hourly pet care. My hourly pet care right now is $12 an hour, which I think is less than the minimum wage. I think that's one of my family members told me I should be charging more. I'm like, maybe, but I also want to be I want to be accessible to people. Not everybody can afford pet care in general. People want to go out, people want to enjoy their lives, people want to go on vacation, people want to be able to travel, but they also want to make sure that their pets are in good care. But you can't go broke doing it, right? So I want to make sure that I'm affordable, I'm accessible, and I'm reasonable with my rates. And so $12 an hour for my hourly rate. I do have some other rates, like I said, for drop-in visits. I charge 25 for 30 minutes. Bring me the ball, baby. Bring me the ball. She's so funny. She's so funny because she will hold on to this ball and won't put it down. She won't drop it. But and if I try to reach for it, like right now, she'll go away. You see that? Like if I put my hand out to grab it, she'll go away. So she has to bring it to me on her own terms. It's so funny. Hello, Miss Corey B. I'm sorry if that's delayed. I can't really see the screen unless I hold it at a certain angle. Hello and hello. How are you doing today? I was out in Vegas last month. I don't know if I told you that. I can never remember what I say, but yeah, I was out in Las Vegas February for about 2 weeks on a pet sit, and that was pretty cool. I was up in an area called Los Prados off of Lone Mountain Drive. I don't know if you know that area, but I was in the area. I don't know if that was the neighborhood name or the community name, but I was up in the area there, pet sitting. That was pretty cool. So yeah, I didn't even think about it. I could have shoot. I could have came by and said hi. Or you could have came by and said hi with me because I had like one day off. It was like a 2 week pet sit. But I had like one day off in between there. I have family down there too, so I wanted to go see my family, and that was an opportunity for me to see them and you know get my business, keep some momentum for my business. So anyways, yeah. Anyhow, that's just an update. I can't remember the last time I made any content on this channel, but I did want to let you guys know, yes, I am still here. I am still, of that mindset where I want to work for myself. It's not all. Here's one thing I will say, and I'll wrap this up. Almost all of the advice that I used to follow on YouTube, as far as it's easy to do a side hustle, you can make this much money doing this, you can make this much money doing that. They're not lying to you, but it's all theory. It's all theory that technically could work, but there's so many factors on whether or not somebody will be successful. So if you are like me, and like for the last 3 or 4 years was trying all these different things, eBay, YouTube is a business, eBay, YouTube, um, I can't even remember right now. I'm drawing a blank. There was like 3 or 4 different things I was trying over the years, and they all failed. They all failed, and so that's why I stopped making content, because I started feeling like a failure. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to work for myself. I want to get out of this industry where I'm at. Um, and I'm doing all these steps. I was making my LLC. I was, looking up copyright and trademark stuff, which all of it is so expensive. Oh my gosh, the barrier to working for yourself, it's not super high, but it's high enough where it puts a lot of people off. The LLC is $300. So how many people have money? You have to have money to be able to invest in it, right? You don't need an LLC to make your business, but it makes you more professional, and it is a protection in some ways. So the $300 for that, the 100, or was it 3 or 4 or $500 for the trademark and the copyright, is like so much that goes into it that I think it just puts a lot of people off. So anyways, I may go over some of my old content, updated. um some of the more popular ones was talking about like getting a business address, which I still have my business address at the UPS store. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. But yeah, this is just an update, just to say hello, just to check in with you guys. Again, I am fully working for myself now. It's been 1 year. March 14th was my 1 year anniversary with my pet sitting job, using the Cats Dogs Harmony name, which is actually, I created that back in 2018 for YouTube to make pet videos, and it came around full circle. So yeah, if you guys want to follow me on that channel, if you live in the state of Texas, go over to Cats Dogs Harmony and subscribe. If you live anywhere in the DFW area or know somebody that lives in the DFW area, go over to Cats Dogs Harmony and subscribe. Share that with them. My goal for that channel is to build up the channel and make it popular with locals, so that they know what I'm doing, know that my services are available. And also, you can live stream like I'm live streaming now, but there's been opportunities where I've done like a private live stream for customers. I'll delete it after about like a week or two, but when they're out and away, I want them to be able to see like, hey, here's me, here's your pets, give them that peace of mind, let them know. And if you are service based, particularly with maybe child care, elder care, animal care. That's something that I've noticed is it's like an extra perk, that extra mile going above and beyond, that makes the customer or the client feel like, oh wow, they care enough to give me that little insight while I'm away. I have that peace of mind that my pets or my animals or my elders are in good hands. So anyways, that's something else that I was doing with that channel, Cats Dogs Harmony, is doing the private live stream to show them, like what's going on. And they appreciated it. Anyways, if you guys got any questions about the pet sitting that I'm doing right now, how to get started in it, some tips and tricks, I'm actually making some content about that over on the other channel, Cats Dogs Harmony. It's pretty easy. A lot of it is straightforward, but there are some things you want to keep in mind to make sure that you are being legal, you're being safe for yourself, safe for the pets, you're being ethical, and that you're giving the service the best services possible to the clients, and but at the same time that you're being profitable. Because I think in the beginning I was doing so much that I was kind of like breaking even and not making a lot of money. So I had to finesse some things. If you guys want to know more about what I had to finesse, let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments. Other than that, it's about 25 minutes in. I still don't even know if the quality is very good because like I said, I'm running off the Wi-Fi at the home that I'm at. And so yeah, we could have had lunch. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. My mind was on the pet job, and then also my family member who are very, very much into the casinos, and they were trying to take me in one direction, and I was trying to go in a whole nother direction. And then I had my two little doggies that I was taking care of. So, anyways, sorry about that. The lady actually invited me back in June, so I don't know if I will cater to her or if I'll try to do something local. But if I come back to Las Vegas, I would definitely let you know. I'm so sorry about that. I just my mind was on family and getting that job completed. But yeah, that would have been cool. Anyhow, all right. So that's my update. 40 Entrepreneur Drive is alive and well. I didn't give up on my dream. I just had to, I guess, work on it on my own behind the scenes a little bit. You want me to throw that ball? I will throw. I promise. You won't drop it, will you? Not until I'm sitting down. She's so funny. She won't put it in my hand, but she'll put it in my lap. So, anyways, that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me on my live. Again, yes, I'm doing a little bit of cross promotion here for my other channel, Cats Dogs Harmony. Check me out. I make a lot of funny pet memes over there, and I do some walk-in talks where if I'm dog walking, I'll do a live stream chat, walk and talk with me, and yeah, learn more about my services at Cats Dogs Harmony. And I got the website, catsdogsharmony.com. And you can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram, Cats Dogs Harmony. Thank you guys for checking me out. Thanks for the loyal people like Miss Corey B, who has been there this whole time. And I thought most people had forgot about me. So yeah, that's very I might have lost words. uh, it's there. It's there. So anyways, thank y'all. Questions I'll answer. If y'all want me to come back and do some chats on here and let y'all know about the actual pet sitting business, I'll try to update some content here on this channel. And if you just want pet related stuff, see me on the other channel. Have a great day. Till I see you next time, I wish you peace, love, and harmony in your cat and dog family. And this is Cats Dogs Harmony. Oops, actually it's not. Wrong channel. Cats Dogs Harmony signing out. But this is also the Fort Worth Entrepreneur, also known as 40 Entrepreneur Drive, signing out.